Welcome to the Penny Stock Blueprint channel. So in today's post, we've got your 7 high quality cheap stocks to buy with $10. So we've got these 7 stocks, Zynga or ZNGA, which is a gaming stock on NASDAQ. So it's up 65%. Now I must tell you that these are the stocks I often go online and I have a look and I see which stocks out there are being promoted. Oftentimes, it's too late to get into these stocks because by the time everyone knows about them, it can be oftentimes a little bit too late to get into the actual stocks. So that's what we'll be looking at in this video that we're doing here. So that's a gaming stock. Then we've got your OrganiGram Holdings, which is a cannabis stock. And it's on the NASDAQ exchange. Now, a lot of the times, I'm not sure how they are finding these stocks. I'm not sure exactly, how these stocks are sort of being found. This is, as I said, a cannabis stock, OrganiGram Holdings. The problem that I have with a lot of the times that these stock picks come out when they get recommended, the problem is that they've oftentimes already made their main stock moves, and it's a little bit too late. So then we've got your Adma Biologics. Now I'm going to be going in depth into all these charts, so we just want to go over them. And Adma Biologics, which is developed for plasma-based biologics. Then we've got Cleveland Cliffs CLF. We've got Aurora Cannabis, which is another cannabis play. And Zynga, which is another company, and then we've got your Evofem Biosciences, which is a biotech company. And then let's jump straight into it. So the first one that we're looking at is Zynga, ZYNGA, and let's pop here. So as we can see, clearly the stock has been up. So if we go back to this came out yesterday, the 17th, and what we can do is this is where I get really skeptical about a lot of companies which are providing information. As you can see, this article came out yesterday, and the stock had already been up since January. So, how come we didn't hear about this in January when it was $3.90? Now we're hearing about it, and the stock has been selling off, which always makes me a little bit skeptical. So just to reiterate, ZYNGA, it's a gaming stock. It's a gaming stock. And it has been put up remarkably rally, of 65%. So now they're telling us, that the stock has been up 65%. So the question is, why weren't we told about the stock earlier in the year? Why are they telling us now? And ironically, the stock is coming down. Now, it doesn't mean that this is going to be a negative play. It just could be so much that your investors, which have been holding on all this time, are actually just cashing out. So I would be concerned, and just to let you know, this is a daily chart that we're looking at now. I like the daily and 3-day chart. So let's just have a look what they say here. It continues to have strong advertising platform for mobile gaming. The mobile gaming ramped up its price target 650 to 825. So what we have to do here for ZNGA or Zynga is we have to wait. Right now we're seeing a little spinning top there, which is telling us clearly that ZYNGA or Zynga sort of is finding a sort of a support level at the 50 mark. The only thing that concerns me here is I'm using MoneyStream MACD, and as you can see, MACD is going down. Volume also seems to have gone down a little bit. On average, we've got 23 million shares being traded per day, 16 million. We'll have to wait and see. If this hits the 50-day and bounces back up, that wouldn't be too bad. But ideally, you don't want to be getting into a stock this late. You want to really be getting into a stock, over here. So that's ideally what you want to be doing. You don't want to be getting in, when it's made these highs. You want to be finding these stocks as they're making these moves. So just to let you know, this is a 3-day chart. I do like a 3-day chart. I find that the 3-day chart, gets rid of quite a bit of noise in the market. These are candlestick charts that I'm looking at in case you don't know. And, it would have been a good time as you saw this histogram moving up and crossing above your 50-day moving average, your 11 and your 20-day moving average. That would have been a really good time to get into the stock. when it was a relatively cheap stock to get into. So that's ZYNGA. Is it a buy right now? As you can see, I mean, they say that the stock is a good buy. It's a good, and that news piece came out yesterday. So as you can see, when the news piece came out, the stock immediately sold off. So, you know, oftentimes when you're looking to buy and trade stocks, you don't want to be looking at news related stocks. The only reason that I'm pointing these out is what I want to do is build an archive of what stocks have been recommended and how have they actually done relative to what these commentators have said. So I'll be keeping a list of all these stocks and we'll be going over that. So that's ZYNGA. Is it a buy right now? It is in an uptrend, but as you can see, there is a short-term sell-off. If it bounces off the 50-day moving average and crosses back up, then it could potentially be one. But right now we see money stream coming down, time segmented volume, and we also see the MACD histogram down. We also see volume down. So right now, you know, if I wouldn't just be getting into this actual stock right now. As you can see on the 3-day chart, I mean, this stock has been like a rocket ship going up, and within a few months, you know, you would have doubled your money. Now, these are the stocks that we find with the service which I provide, where I actually provide you quality picks and tell you, you know, this is the stock that you want to be buying, not when it's already up 50%. So that's ZYNGA. Next stock, OrganiGram Holdings, right, which is a cannabis play. OrganiGram Holdings. So as you can see, another stock. It's been up from 350, it went to 850, and now all of a sudden it's coming down. So, you know, oftentimes when they tell you it's a good time to buy, actually that's when everyone's selling. It's already made its move. You know, you wanted to get into the stock already back in January, right about here. When it bounced off this 200-day moving average, or when it crossed the first 50-day moving average, that's when you wanted to be getting in. Now it has formed what looks like it could be a hammer or hanging man candle pattern, but the problem is we find that the MACD is coming down, we find volume is down, and it's not the end of the world. The main thing is, like, if you had gotten back into the stock, I mean, there were numerous times throughout its history where you could have got in, or you could have sold short. But what's concerning is this pattern here with the candlesticks. It's a negative Harami pattern, you know, where the engulfing pattern is being fully taken over by a bearish engulfing, which completely overtakes it. And then we have this stock going down. So would it be a good buy right now? I'd prefer to see the stock come back up here, close above this point here, and continue going up. It wouldn't be a stock that I would want to buy right now. So right now my verdict is on this stock, I wouldn't want to buy it right now. I'd want to see it at least turn around and close a little bit higher than this with a good buy signal. I mean, the stock has been up literally for 6 months in a row. So it's not a stock that I would want to look at right now. So we've got the next stock, Adma Biologics. Let's have a look at that. Adma Biologics. So they told you that this is a good stock, right? As you can see, the chart is down. It was at $14. It's now $3. Now, this is not a stock that I like. I mean, it's pretty gappy. It moves down. I mean, this is quite a good pattern that we see here, bouncing off the 50 and then closing higher. But I mean, it's literally all over the place. I don't really like to trade these stocks. They don't do much for me, but it's below its 50-day moving average. It's below its 200-day moving average, which tells me immediately, without looking at any fundamental data, that there's something wrong with this stock. So I would not be purchasing ADMA right now, despite what these news sites promote. It seems like all these stocks that they've promoted have been down, which is not unusual. CLF. So Cleveland Cliffs. So this isn't too bad. I mean, it's coming off its 50-day moving average. It's above its 20. It's above its 11-day moving average. It's also crossing, as we can see on a long-term chart. This isn't too bad on a long-term pattern. We see a slow increase in terms of higher lows. So actually this isn't a bad pattern on a long-term chart. On a daily chart, it's not looking too bad. Money stream is going up. MACD is up. That's actually not too bad. But I prefer to find stocks that are doing this sort of thing over here and crossing over the 50-day moving average that go higher. But yeah, this stock doesn't look too bad. I would like to see it take out these highs over here. And as you can see, we have resistance over here at the 11 mark, and we also have a resistance right over here at $12, and then a further one at $13. So we'll have to see where this one goes. The stock has been as high as $30 before, so not too bad. And that's Cleveland Cliffs. Aurora Cannabis, ACB. Let's have a look at this. Again, another stock that's down. It's below its 50-day moving average. It's not below I use a 500-day moving average. It is below, slightly below, or just touching the 200-day moving average. I don't like that at all. Would have been good to get in over here just before 218, as well as this period of time just here for a quick buck. It would have been a 23% move in about 4 days, and then also these periods here, that would have been a 38% move in 2 days. So I don't think this is a good buy right now. I'd first want to wait for the stock to come back up, cross above the 11 and 20, and then possibly take out this 821. So I wouldn't want to do that. As you can see, money stream TSV is down. We've also got the MACD histogram, which is pretty flat right now. I do like to see it. It is turning a little bit green over here, which is not too bad. And then we've got Zynga. As we can see, another stock that's it's not looking the best. We've got money stream, which has come all the way down from this point. So again, I'm not sure why they promoted Zynga on this website. Again, they're always late. You want to get into stocks when they're starting to make their moves, not once they've already made their moves. You want to ideally get on a train before it leaves the station. You don't want to be chasing after a train that's already left the station and traveling 100 miles, down the track. It's a little bit too late to get in then. And if you get on a train, once it's already past its destination that you want to get to, then there's no point. And right now we've seen that this stock has already been selling off. It's found sort of a bit of support here at the 200-day once again. But the actual overall markets have been down. So with these sort of markets, you really want to be looking for short sales, where you want to, sell the market short. And there is a slight kink in terms of the money stream where it's flattened out, so maybe we could see this going slightly higher, but I think I'd wait for the stock to at least get good confirmation. And then we have EVFM. EVFM. This isn't a bad looking stock. It is moving higher, but we do see some MACD going, the histogram going down. Money stream seems to have been flat. MACD pretty flat. I'd like to see it, ideally take out this point here. So we do see a price pattern forming over here, which is a sort of a triangle, ascending triangle. But you really want to wait and see, does it go above this triangle, a breakout, or does it break below? And right now MACD is pretty flat, so not too sure about this one. I'd want to wait until the actual breakout occurs, but it would have been good to get in over here. You could have really, if my cursor moves, if you had got in over here, you'd have made a 59% move in, literally 7 days. These are the moves that you're looking to get into. So we'll keep this on our watch list, and then what we'll do is we'll come back over time and have a look at them. And the stocks, as we mentioned, Zynga, OrganiGram Holdings, Adma Biologics Inc, Cleveland Cliffs, CLF, Aurora Cannabis, ACB, and then Insigo, INCG, and Evofem Biosciences. So this article came out yesterday. It was already found, the original article and source is Investor Place. They did put this out on the 7th of the 6th. So I posted this a little bit late, so maybe, if you had caught them on time, you could have made a profit. If you're looking to find out more about trading penny stocks, sign up to the free letter. I actually put up penny stocks as the stocks are actually moving, not after they've actually done it. This is just a video going over all the stocks that we've found. Hi, John here from Penny Stock Blueprint. If you're looking to actually trade penny stocks, sign up to my free course here. What I do is I give you a free 20-page guide, a free video, and a mini course which I send out. And I'll also send you out penny stocks that are basically not in the news. These are penny stocks which are about to move, and these are the actual penny stocks that you want to get into before everyone knows about them, because usually, as you'll see in a lot of the videos which we go over, when the news comes out, these penny stocks usually get sold off, and the reason being is that the investors have already made their money, and what they're looking to do is they're looking to sell in their actual positions in the market to people who don't know what they're doing. So if you sign up to the free penny stock site on Penny Stock Blueprint, you can find all the information regarding penny stocks on there, and you can learn how to trade penny stocks. And I also give you penny stock picks, which you can whether you want to trade them or monitor them or follow them. That's up to you, but you can get all of that and learn to trade penny stocks from Penny Stock Blueprint. And all you have to do is go to pennystockblueprint.com, and you can download the free course.